How you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is April 8th, 2025. So if you guys saw the stream that I did a few days ago, we went and looked at all the games that was going on, and we did some live decoding, and a person from the community was able to make $76 because we noticed something that the Rangers were in position to win over the Rays and score exactly 7 runs, and that's exactly what happened in that game. The Rangers beat the Rays 5-2 because we know that Texas Rangers equals 52 and Tampa Bay equals 25, and one of the people in the community was able to make $76 because he took the under 7.5 and caught it at negative 130. This is his ticket right here. So this was actually 4 days ago. So I'm gonna try to do the same thing in this video. I'm not gonna do this every night. I'm just gonna do it it's gonna be spontaneous. Today I just want to say congratulations to the people who cashed in on the Detroit Tigers to win over the Yankees, and the Braves who gave the Phillies their second road loss. The Phillies fell to 2-2 away because Braves equals 22 in gematria. And of course, they won 5-7 on the 57-day numerology. And of course, the Yankees, they love 65. And of course, they fell to 6-5 today. This was an early game. It was basically over after the fourth inning. The Tigers scored They had 3 home runs in the fourth, and pretty much shut out the Yankees early. So that was a 2-leg parlay that we gave out today, and they both cashed. So congratulations. Um, yeah. So let me just see if we can do the same type of thing right now. I'm only gonna wager $10 because what I'm gonna do is a lot of the games that I'm gonna decode is gonna be a lot of surface stuff because we're doing this live. I don't think we have time to really go deep and dig into these games because these games are going on right now. So I don't want to bore you guys with some research. So a lot of this stuff is gonna be surface stuff. I'm gonna open up the calculator and whatever we notice. I think I saw a super chat. Let me see. Did I see a super chat? I did. So Hani Mandera said he sent $4.99. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for the support, man. Um, I think I liked it, right? Let me see. I forgot how to do this. Okay, now there it is. Okay. So thanks a lot, Mahani. Appreciate that. Thank you for the support. So there's 2 NBA games. The Warriors are smacking the Phoenix Suns. They're up by 26 points. We know Phoenix is 26, Suns is 26. They got a 26-point lead at the half. And the Spurs are battling the Clippers in a 1-point game. So there's actually 4 games left in the MLB. So let's see. All right. So the Astros are playing the Mariners. I'm noticing that the 48 played a lot today because today is April 8th. Notice the Pirates fell to 4-8. I think the Rangers fell to 8-4. Right? They can also be written 8-4. Oh, let me see. Yeah, but this was these were clear narratives in the beginning of the day. That 22 in the Braves, that is a big number with them. I think this game was also on TBS. TBS is also 22. If you guys want to know where we put the sports decodes at before the games are played, it's always on Patreon. Patreon.com/Simple Truth TV. I always leave a link in the comment section of every video. A lot of people ask me like, "Oh, do you do sports picks?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've been doing sports picks since 2018." Where have you been? Um, so 4-2 game. I think Orioles has that 42 gematria. Yeah, Orioles is 42. I actually like the Astros in this one this morning, but let me just do some real quick surface stuff. I think this is like the second game of this series. Yeah, tomorrow will be the grand finale. Okay. 56. 56 is a Mariners number. Mariners does equal 56, you know. The Astros could become 5-6. That's what I saw this morning, but I didn't think that was strong enough. So they might have the Mariners become 5-7 on the 57 day numerology. I don't think that I don't know how consistent that 56 is with the Mariners. It usually doesn't come through all the time, but it is there though. Hmm, let me see. Yeah, yesterday the Mariners won 4-3 because I think Mariners is 43. Yeah, Mariners 43. They came back on the Astros and became 4-4 at home when Seattle's 44. Yeah, but that 56 is there though. I don't want to ignore it though. What's that moves real quick? Let me see. Astros. Mariners all time record. 127 and 90. So the Astros manager Joe Espada, he has 92 career wins. Gotta write out the gematria of this stuff. You guys saw the former Astros pitcher, actual Astros player who died today at the age of 51. Astros 51. His name Octavio Dotel is also 51. You know what I noticed about that tragedy as well? That Pedro Martinez was in the news talking about it, and his birthday is October 25th, which is Game One of the World Series this year. So I wonder if this is synced up with one of the teams that he used to play for. I know he started his career with who was it? I think it was the Dodgers. Yeah, he started his career with the Dodgers. He also played for the Red Sox. Um, yeah, we'll see. Maybe the Dodgers do go back. We'll see. Where was I? Okay, this game right here. Um, actual other actual gonna become 5-6 and 3-2 at on the road. Houston has that 32 value. That 56 is such a weak number though. I'm gonna take a gamble on this one, and I'm gonna say that the Astros are not gonna win this game, and that the Mariners are gonna become 5-7 on the 57 day numerology. I hope that doesn't burn me because there is a 56 and it's an obvious 56. And usually when I fade the gematria over the day numerology, I usually get burned. But I'm gonna do that because of the consistency of this number. This number doesn't really play that often with the Mariners. The 44 does. Like I became 4-4 at home yesterday. But I'm gonna ride with the Mariners in this one. I'm gonna put $10. Oh, actually they have it closed. I'm gonna put $10. Oh man, the line just jumped up on me. I gotta be faster, man. So I'll win 740. If it happens, if it happens, it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't, it doesn't. And I'm actually tempted to take the over because the game is 0-0 and they're offering 2.5 runs. Let me see if I can parlay that. Actually, they're letting me parlay it. They're actually letting me parlay that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Seattle Mariners game and over, and that's gonna win me $21. The reason I went with the over is because the game is 0-0. This is something that I've observed. No gematria connects to this at all, but this is something that I've observed. Just betting on sports throughout the years. If they're offering you like a high line like this, right? Why would it be this high, right? If there's no score, if there's no runs in the game, obviously they're gonna put up some runs in the remaining innings in the game. I mean, you have to. I mean, to order to win a game, at least one run has to be scored, right? But they're not. They like if it's 0-0, wouldn't it make sense for it to be like a 1.5 over and under? Why would it be at 2.5 when nobody has scored yet? So most people will be tempted to take the under because there's no runs on the board. So this is where you go and go against the grain and go with the over. And the reason I'm going with the Seattle Mariners is because, like I said, 56 is not a very consistent number with that team. It's a hit and miss. The numbers that I've seen hit the most with the Mariners is 43, 44, the 19, of course, the 107, and the 62, and the 82 as well. These are the numbers that play the most. The 56, the 97, I don't really see those numbers play that often in these rituals. And the way you could play in this one is if the Astros win, they'll be 5-6. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I think they're gonna lose this game. And the Mariners become 5-7 on the 57-day numerology. So hopefully we can cash this. And this will be the third game today to go along with the other two games that we gave out earlier today. So it's the bottom of the sixth. We need the Mariners to score at least 3 runs, or score, and then have the Astros put up a run or two. But we definitely need some runs now in the bottom of the sixth. So let's see what happens with that. In the NBA, yeah, the Warriors are running away with that one. There's nothing to look at there. This one is actually surprising. I actually like that the Clippers in this one. Let's see if the Clippers come back and beat the Spurs. But yeah, I'm just gonna sit and watch this game. Again, we like Mariners game and over, and today's no, I was actually last year. Yeah, last year was a 56-day merge. The 98th day of the year. Yeah, they might have this. This might be the final score, 2-1, which is exactly 3 runs. Yeah, they might give us a 2-1 score, like how they gave us a 5-7 score in that Phillies game on the 57-day numerology. So yeah, so on the tragedy that I covered this morning, they're saying that the singer that was performing, they're saying that he actually passed away. The guy with the March 8th birthday. But there are people saying that he's still alive. So who knows? His family members are saying that he's still at the hospital, but you see, look, Billboard saying there were conflicting reports on Ruby Perez's ahead of his death after Dominican Republic roof collapse. So people don't know if he's alive, if he's dead. My guess is he's still alive. And this will be a way to boost up his music because that's what these record companies love. They love these tragedies because people start to listen to the music and it increases sales. His next performance is going to be huge. Think about how much money this guy's going to make if he is alive and then he decides to perform in a month or two from now. That is going to be He's gonna have a huge audience there. Big business move right here. You know, tragedy leads to revenue. It's like this all the time. Yeah, but we'll see. We'll keep an eye out on Mr. Ruby Perez, who's 69 years old, a Society of Jesus number. Actually, I like to look at the MLB website. You know, I'm looking at the scoreboard. It's just faster. Actually, I'll do what I used to do. I'll play the game. That way we can listen to the game while it's going on. Yeah, man, it's so unfortunate, man. I think the toll. Remember what I was saying about 79 in murder and how Jets said equals 79. The last tally that I saw, they said that 79 people have been confirmed dead. 79. The murder, the Society of Jesus number again. Jets says 79. Where are we? The Seattle Mariners and Houston. Here it is. Oh, man.
Cal Raleigh on deck, then Randy Arozarena. Third time through the order for Valdez.
Julio had a good at-bat against Valdez in which he ended up walking. He's seen a lot of pitches here tonight.
Last time up, it seemed like he did a better job laying off that curveball, which was just eating up right-handers early on tonight from Valdez.
In this at-bat, we've only seen one of those curveballs. Like Valdez was trying to get him to chase something up high out of the zone. He has induced a lot of soft contact by the Mariner hitters here tonight.
Here comes pitch number 8 to Julio. And it puts him away.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Order the fan favorite cowboy pizza right now at papamurphys.com.
Leadoff man sat down in front of Cal Raleigh. 7 strikeouts tonight for Castillo.
Normally when it's your bobblehead night, you usually have a good night, right? Go deep.
Well, he's got 3 nights though. That's a problem. Last night, tonight, and tomorrow. So that's a lot of pressure. I was going to say. 0-1. Tell you what, watching Valdez, and this is nothing new. We've seen him so many times in his career, but man, just nothing is straight, right? And the two-seamer obviously has so much run to it. We've seen the curve, the changeup as well.
He has a knack of getting out of trouble.
Slows down that slider and gets another swing and a miss. So back-to-back strikeouts to 2 of the big bats, Julio and Cal. Here's Randy.
See if he can run into one of these offerings from Valdez.
Taylor Scott warming up. We saw him last night. Another ground ball. Rogers on to first for out number 3. Valdez has held the Mariners just 2 hits over 6 innings. They're scoreless.
Yeah, the Clippers came back. Yeah, I liked the Clippers this morning, but I think the spread was too high. That's the beauty about live betting, though. You know, if a team goes down, the money comes, the odds, decrease. Well, it's still huge odds. I mean, they're 10.5 point favorite. Yeah, they're still huge. I think that's probably because they took the lead, though. When it was down by like 6 or 7, it was probably different. Yeah, but the Clippers should take care of business there. And then, of course, they got the Golden State Warriors at 28.5 point favorites. Crazy stuff. All right, let's go Mariners. Somebody said, where is it? Dotel was a Met. I did see that. He was drafted by the Mets. Maybe. I think also Pedro was also with the Mets, right? Yeah, the World Series starts on Pedro Martinez's birthday, October 25th. Thanks a lot, RC. Yeah. Oh, man, you missed it? No problem, man. You get them tomorrow, man. Yeah, the public was on the Phillies, right? Yeah, I bet they was because the Braves, they were 1-8. No, but they don't, if they don't gematria, they'll know that 22 don't miss with the Braves.
43 pitches back on the last road trip in one outing. So he's had a few days down as a result of first pitch strike to Rogers.
The first pitch was a sweeper by Snyder. Also has a four-seamer and a cutter.
Do you feel like if you have 3 desserts that will be a lower caloric intake than an actual meal?
I'm trying to do the intermittent fasting thing.
So just eat ice cream for like 30 minutes.
Well, I had lunch and then I had ice cream at 5 o'clock. So I'm going to wait till lunch tomorrow.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
And the soft serve.
My son had challenged me last year to do a fast. We did it 3 days.
Did you really?
And about 2 weeks ago, I did 4 days. The first day is the hardest by far. He started sending me all these Instagram and TikTok things about how good fasting is for you, and
well, then you know it's real.
All the stuff that it does for your body.
Yeah.
It goes into autophagy, I believe. Anybody who's out there listening, you can correct me. I'm sure I got that wrong. But it has some really good health effects on your body. So.
Did you feel these effects? Did you feel better?
I did. Oh yes. So your energy level goes through the roof, and your mind, your clarity is. You feel like a different person. You got to try it.
Well, don't change on us too much, Val.
Let's do it together.
What if we told everybody that for the Rangers series we just weren't going to eat it all, and then
I'll do it. I'll do it if you do it. Robbie's going to do it.
I will not do it. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying that day one's rough. It's like you got to get to bed.
Oh,
and you got to stay busy, because if you're not busy, you're going to keep walking past the refrigerator. You start grazing.
You drink coffee or just water?
Just coffee. I do
black coffee.
I do coffee in the morning, then coffee in the afternoon. Lots of water. Like water. Whenever you feel the hunger pang, drink a bottle of water. Kind of quells the need. And then, I mean, it was, the start of the baseball season, so I needed to make sure that my shirts I could button.
After a long winter.
And my suit jacket fit.
Check swing. Strike 3. Rogers is at number 1 after a lengthy battle.
Some great movement on the sweeper right there to get Rogers. Garver set up on that outside. That ball just paints the bottom of the strike zone for strike 3.
9-pitch at bat. On 1 to Yainer Diaz. Astros have 5 hits. These stranded runners at second and third in the 4th inning. Luis Castillo able to get out of actually a bases loaded jam. A wild wave of that one. Snyder really blossomed as a Mariner last year. A breakout second half after he came back off the injured list. He moved into some really key leverage roles for the Mariners. 2-2. A little more behind the bag. To first base. Solano can't make the play, and Diaz makes the turn. Garver backs it up. And the Astros have the go-ahead run at second base in the 7th inning. It's an error on the throw.
You don't often see this from Dylan Moore over at third base. Gold Glove winner last year. Little slow roller to his backhand. Looks like he doesn't really get his body moving towards first base. A little bit of a drift, and that ball comes up short, and Solano unable to make the backhanded pick.
You do not have an everyday third baseman over there. You do not have an everyday first baseman over there. Here's Cam Smith. If you can take care of Cam Smith and Jake Myers on deck, you can avoid Altuve. Tried that front door breaking ball a couple of times now, very close, but it misses. It was right there at the top, ruled a ball. Let's see where the EQC tracer has it. Just nicking the top line. If you could tap your helmet, that would be a strike. Borderline, certainly. Snyder behind the 2-1. Hit hard past Dylan Moore into left field. Diaz is on his way to score. It's a costly error that has given the Astros the lead. Smith makes the turn. He steams into third. Tag applied, and he's safe. The rookie Cam Smith with a go-ahead triple in the 7th inning. It's 1-0 Astros.
The error by Dylan Moore giving the Astros an opportunity here. This ball's hung a little bit on the inside part of the plate as Cam Smith rips it down the left field line. Diaz scoring easily as the Rosarena has some trouble handling the ball out there in the corner, which allows Cam Smith to come into third base. Just ahead of the tag by Dylan Moore.
Infield is in. Ball into Jake Myers. So now you have Altuve on deck with 1 out.
Infield looking to cut the run off at home.
Fly ball, Rayleigh tracking this near the line. Cam Smith ready. Catch is made. Fair ground. The throw comes home, and Smith stays put. It bounces off of Garver. Snyder now tracks it down, and Smith goes back to the bag.
A lot of hesitation right there from Cam Smith. He went back to tag up on Rayleigh. Rayleigh gives a strong toss, but it's a little bit offline right here as it gets past Solano, and then it gets past Garver, and Cam Smith again unable to decide if he should go home or not, ends up staying at third base.
Pete Woodworth out for a talk. Nobody warming up in the Mariners bullpen. A very aggressive hitter in Altuve, 0 for 3 tonight, due up next.
I'd be very surprised if Snyder gives him much to hit right here. You've got Paredes, the other right-hander, in the on-deck circle, with Altuve being their hottest hitter so far this season.
Yeah, so if the Mariners win, they'll probably win 2-1 or 3-1 because Houston likes 31 as well. But imagine they win 2-1 on a 21-day numerology, and we predicted another final score. Man, we'll see though. You know, again, that 56 is there for the Astros, but we'll see. We got a lot of game left.
From Washington's lottery, and you can be out of here with a trip to spring training next year in sunny Arizona. Play today. Astros have taken a 1-0 lead. Up to the bullpens from here. Robert Valdez was fantastic tonight, Val.
Yeah, he was. He looked like he struggled a couple of times, but settled down, got those balls on the ground, which is what he does best. But he went 6 innings, giving up just 2 hits.